So Kentucky gets beat again in the first round. And, oh boy, I get the salesman hat. Pete Carroll had it at USC, Mac Brown at Texas, Urban Meyer. I get the salesman hat. Roy Williams and that Southern charm, Mike Krzyzewski, Bill Self. I get the salesman hat in college sports. You're selling yourself, your vision, your facilities, your NIL now. I get it. The really great coaches, though, aren't 24/7 salesmen. They can take the hat off and, be introspective, look in the mirror, let go of their ego occasionally. There's a line between salesman and grifter, and Calipari has crossed it. After he loses last night, and this is what he does every time. It's now grifting. This is briefly what he said after losing to a small school in Michigan.
I hate it for these guys that people try to define this season by that game.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not defining the season by this game or the players. It's defining you, John. Stop projecting. Psych 101. Take a course at Kentucky. Calipari's become the Hollywood director with a great young talented cast that keeps producing bad movies. And his excuse, I hate that it defines the actor's career. It doesn't. It defines the director. It doesn't define the movie industry or the actors or the writers. It defines the director. John Calipari once famously said, and just imagine the Ohio State or Alabama football coach saying this, "My goal isn't to win championships at Kentucky, it's to get the players drafted." Are you kidding me? That's all you see Kentucky as? A middleman in the business? And by the way, those basketball prodigies could go to Carolina, Duke, Kansas, places that win in March. They choose you, but they would be successful regardless. They're only a pit stop in college anymore anyway. This idea you give yourself so much value. These kids, they're basketball prodigies. If you get a Kentucky, Duke, Kansas scholarship, you're so insanely talented. The coach in college isn't why you get rich. They can sandpaper, refine perhaps, but and this idea, I'm not here to win championships. Well, that's the difference between Mike Krzyzewski and a million guys. March. It's why UConn now is a better program than Kentucky. March. It's why Duke is, Gonzaga is, Villanova is, although they had a down year. March. That's what defines you. It's not that Alabama's just in the South. It's that they dominated the sport. That's what defined them. And stop with the kids, the poor kids. In one sentence, you say they'll get rich, and the other, the poor kids. They're fine. Your program isn't. The two most talented players in this tournament, according to the draft experts, Kentucky. It's not a point of pride that they'll be pros and get rich. It's a point of embarrassment that you can't do more with them. Since the decade started in 2021, Kentucky has just one tournament win. It's insane. 47 schools in that time have multiple NCAA tournament wins, including Oral Roberts, Texas Southern, Princeton, St. Peter's, and something called FDU. Sounds like it's a drug about to be approved. Come on, man. It's not about winning championships. Well, John, mission accomplished. I figured he'd at least be vulnerable for a day, a little human, look in the mirror. And then he would shift into put on the salesman hat, puff out the chest, go find all the friendly media spaces where you can sell your vision again. No, he did it right after the game. Right after I hate that it defines the kids of the season. It doesn't. You have now defined Kentucky basketball as the most underachieving outfit in the sport. And you've reduced them to a middleman. Kentucky basketball, a middleman. Ohio State football, Alabama, Georgia football, Oklahoma, Texas football, Michigan. You think they're middlemen? Even though the one and done is crazy for college basketball, Kentucky's not a middleman. It's a storied, legendary franchise that deserves better. Jay Wright, by the way, a friend and somebody who doesn't do the one and done thing because he actually has confidence in his ability to recruit three-star kids, develop them. He believes in stability, coalition, community, not a turnstile. Said yesterday about the one and done, the era of taking these young freshmen and trying to play against older players, it's over. And the more you guys stay in college because of NIL, it's going to be tougher for young teams to be successful. Again, that is why Villanova basketball feels like a home. And Kentucky basketball now feels like a timeshare. No more excuses. Look in the mirror. Stop projecting. You have defined Kentucky basketball. It's not about the players, the industry. It's not about that. The season. It's about you and what you're not producing. All right.